I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple wrapped briolette bead. It's something that I'm often asked by my bead buyers, as it seems a very complicated thing to do, but actually I'm going to show you an easier method and one that I use myself quite often. I'm also going to show you the tools that we use and the difference between a briolette and a teardrop bead. So firstly, these are the tools that we'll be using today. These are my round-nosed pliers, and as you can see I make little marks on the ends just simply so that I can get some uniformity to my loops. These are my side cutter pliers for snipping off the excess wire, and these rather battered old pliers are my rubber jaw pliers, and these I use for smoothing out any kinks in the wire. The wire comes in different thicknesses and gauges, and for some briolettes you will need really fine wire, which I'll be using today, which is 0.3 or 28 gauge wire. I've got some copper wire here and some silver wire here. When starting out in jewellery making, it's sometimes easier to use a teardrop bead to create the dangle effect, especially on an earring. And I'm going to show you now the difference between the teardrop and the briolette bead. So here we have a briolette bead. This is pink chalcedony, faceted, very pretty. And the hole goes from side to side across the top. With a teardrop shape, you'd need to mount this on a head pin or a piece of wire with a bobble on the end, and it goes all the way through and it's drilled top to bottom. But today we're going to be just making a simple wrap to this briolette so you can hang it onto an earring, very simply. I'm going to cut around about 2 to 3 inches of wire with my side cutters. Take the wire, slide it through the top, and then simply cross the wires over each other. As I say, there are lots of different ways of doing this. I'm just showing you a really simple way, just so you can get started with these beautiful briolettes that I sell in my shop. So now, with the wire furthest away from you, I'm just going to give it a couple of wraps around the other piece of wire, like so. So I'm just going to bring up so that it's straight and in line with the bead. I'm now going to snip off the excess wire with my side cutter pliers. And then you could use flat nose pliers to just press that little piece in to make sure it doesn't catch on your clothing. You wouldn't use these, but just to show you what to do. Press in like that, just neatens it off and it won't catch. You then take your round nose pliers, place them on the top of the part that you've wrapped, hold them like that, and simply wrap the wire across at a 90-degree angle to the pliers. You then move the pliers so that they're in the middle of that 90-degree angle, and wrap the wire all the way round and underneath. And then what you're then going to do is you're going to carry on wrapping around the underneath of the pliers. Now if you find it awkward to do that whilst holding the loop in the pliers, you can take the pliers out and just very gently hold the side of your loop, and then just wrap a couple of wraps around your briolette, and you're left with your briolette and a little piece of excess wire to trim with your side cutter pliers. And then just push the wire in so it's nice and neat. It can't catch on your clothing. So that is how I make a simple wire wrapped briolette. Thank you.